Hi guys, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how we can design a steel scaffold in ProtaDetails. So let's get into it. You create a new project and then you just give it a name. Let's say scaffold, and then you pick a particular design template. Let's say Eurocode, then OK. So you can start by creating a new drawing. And this right here is what we want to do. You can see steel facade scaffold. So you can as well come to the design library and then you go to steel facade scaffold. So you can do any of the two. Okay, so let's maximize this. Alright, so you can see at the right what you have is the diagram of the scaffold. So you can actually do a lot of things. You can rotate it, you can pan, you can do as much as you like. Alright, so let's get into it as soon as possible. So in the general tab, you can see you have a lot of tabs. You have the general, standard, transforms, ledger, and then more. So in the general tab, what you just need to do there is you have to fill in the number of stories and the number of base. Okay, so if you look at this, it says the label. You can give it a name. For example, you can say Mr. Taiwo scaffold. It's just a label. Okay, so just leave it as scaffold. So the number of base is simply the horizontal story. If story is vertical, the horizontal is called bay. All right, so 1 2 3 4, so you have 4 bays and you have 3 stories. So let's leave it as it is, or let me just increase the bay to 5 and then increase the story to 4. Okay, I think that's looking more good. So you can just zoom in to see that. And then the height of each story, I will say the height of the story is 2.5 meter. Okay, so that will go up. And then the width, I'll say that is 1000. All right, so the width, that is from here to here. Okay, so you can actually see it here. You can see the diagram. This is the front view and this is the side view, so you use that. And basically you have two type of view. You have the color oriented view and you have the galvanized view. Okay, so this is the color oriented view. You can see that your vertical elements, your vertical bars, they are blue in color. You can see that your braces, they are red in color. All right, and then you can see your platform, it's look more like a galvanized steel. Okay, so that is the color oriented view. So you can change it to galvanized view. Okay, then everything start looking like a galvanized steel. Okay, so this is basically a view. You can check it and you can uncheck. So we are done with the general tab. Then you go to the standard tab. In the standard tab, all you just need to do there is you have to select the section you want to use. All right, you have to select the section you want to use. So as you can see, obviously this is a pipe. Okay, you can see this is a pipe. So you have 3 sections. You have pipe, you have the rectangular hollow, and then you have the square hollow. All right, so if you want to use the pipe, you just click on the pipe and then you have to click the drop down to select the particular section you want. You can see this is 48 by 3, that is the external diameter is 48 and the thickness is 3 mm. All right, so if you want to use this, just click it, and if you want to change it, change it. If you want to change the section to this, just click on it and then you can click it, so you will see a change obviously. Okay, so if you zoom closely now, you see this is no more a pipe, this is now a rectangle. Okay, so it is a rectangular hollow, but I'll change it back to pipe. So let me change it to pipe, and then 48 by 3, 48 by 3. Okay, then you see this has changed back to pipe. All right, so that is all on standard tab. Then you go to the transform. All right, so the transform is around here. When you say transform is basically the bracing, the horizontal bracing you have at this side. Okay, which is this this one you are seeing in green color, that is the transform. So everything you see in green color here is transform. Don't forget, in the general view, I actualized the color oriented view. Okay, so I use the galvanized view, you will not be able to say so is the green color. Okay, so I'll just take away that. So anywhere you see the green color, that is the transform. All right, so let me take away this. Okay, so we have two transform. We have one at the top, this is the one at the bottom. Okay, and then you can see this is where the story ends. We have another one. Okay, so if you want to adjust this transform, each story height is 2.5 meter, right? So I can say for the bottom one, you can see this is A1, so this is for the bottom one. I can say this one is let's say this one is 1 2 1250. All right, you see it will run up. You can see where it is now. So it is bracing the vertical pipe at the center. Okay, so you have the one at the top too, this one. So we have one at the top, so you can just leave this one as 30. Okay, so the section, you can see the section is rectangle. It is a rectangular hollow. If you want to use a pipe too, you can use a pipe. Let me change it to pipe. Let me change this one to pipe, and then no, change this to pipe, and then let me use this one. Okay, so this one, so let me change to pipe. You can see this has changed obviously, and then let me change it to this. Yeah, I'm just changing it, I'm not even, you know. Okay, so that is done. You will see that this is now this is now a pipe as well. Okay, so I've changed the top to pipe, I've changed the bottom to pipe, and I raised this one to the center. I didn't raise this one at all, I just put it at that point. Okay, so that is all for the transform. Then we go to the ledger. Okay, so what is ledger? Ledger is basically you know, you have a brace, right? You can see this is a brace, this is a cross brace. You will see that you have a single brace. You know, this is a particular bay. Look at this bay. You can see you only have one diagonal bracing it up to this point. All right, so at this point where you have a center line, okay, you know, you can actually brace it horizontally to this point, right? So that is what we call ledger. So you can use a ledger, and you can decide not to use a ledger. So this, I'm not using the ledger. So if I click on this, that is using a ledger. You can see, so you can see that a ledger has come in between. You can see, so from the center of this place, I've braced it here, and then I've braced it throughout. So the same thing goes for the back. You can see the ledger here, right? So if you want to use ledger, just click on the ledger, and if you want to change the section, you know how to do that. All right, so let me take away that. Okay, and then you have the brace. Okay, so brace is basically this one you are seeing in red color. So you can decide to use a single brace, and you can use a double brace. So if you look at this, this is a single brace. All right, because if you see, this is a B. Look at this B. You have the bracing, it ends like this. Okay, so for this other B, you have a bracing coming down to make a V. All right, so you will see this one, so you see you only have one brace, that is from here to here. All right, so this one that you're seeing, you can see it is just one brace. So if you want to use a double brace, all you just need to do is what? Click this drop down and say double brace. Okay, so you see that you now have a double brace. So for this bay, you can see you have this, and you also have this. All right, okay, so that is it. But let's assume that I want to brace, you know, this is we have 4 bays, right? We have 5 bays. You can see, look at this one, there's no brace at this point. There is brace at this one. This is B1, this is B2, this is B3, this is B4. But for B5, we don't have no brace there. Okay, so what you're going to do is you come here, click on this drop down, then you can see that B5, it is not clicked, so you just have to what? You can click here, so it will automatically select everything. All right, so just click on OK. So you see this one also gets braced. Okay, so if you want to remove brace for a particular B, all you just need to do is come to this drop down and then select the one you don't want to brace. Okay, then you just click on OK. You see the brace here will go away. Okay, so but I will select for her so that everything will be braced. So that is how you brace, and then you can change the section as well. Okay, so take away that, then you go to the guardrail. Okay, so you have guardrail too. So when you zoom closely, you see this one you are seeing here, this one and this one, they are guardrails. Okay, this one and this one, they are guardrails. So you can, you know, you can also move them upward. For example, let me move this one of C2, let me move it to 1250. Okay, so you can see that it has moved. Do you see this? It has moved up. Okay, so you can also change these, you know, just change them, and if you want to change the section, you can go about to change that. So that is the guardrail. Guardrail is basically to, you know, to help people so that they won't fall off. But if a guardrail is here, that is too high. Actually, it is too high, so let me change it back to 500. I think the 500 is making more sense than where it is, because it is not a brace, it is just a guardrail to guide you if you want to fall off. Okay, So let me take that away, and then you go to the platform. All right, so obviously you know this is the platform, right? So this is the platform, you know, from here to here, you know, which said that the width is 1000. All right, so but the platform is not taking more than this, you can see. So there are a lot of space, so you have to remove some things from 1000 to get the platform. Okay, so you can see the platform here is 320. Let's try to change it to 450. Okay, you can see, so I've changed the platform to 450. So you can see that the platform is now wider. Okay, so the platform is now wider, so I've changed to 450. The weight of the platform, you know, it depends on the kind of steel you want to use. So the weight that is here is 18 kg, but if you know the kind of steel you want to use and you know how much it weighs, okay, so you can change that to the weight. So you can edit that. Let me say 15. Okay, so that will automatically change. Of course you can't see the change of weight because weight is not something you can actually see like that. Okay, so let's take that away. Okay, then you go to the toolboard, so you click toolboard, so you can see the label of the toolboard. You see Prota. So this is the toolboard, right? This one, that's the toolboard. So let me change this one to read one Titian. Okay, so that is the name of the toolboard. You can see now this is the name of the toolboard. It's just a label. Then you have to tell us the width. What is the width of that toolboard? So you just need to insert the width. Okay, so insert the width and then you take it away. Then you now go to the anchor. Okay, so here you have your anchor. So you just need to know the kind of anchor bolt you want to have. So this is about this is basically 4 anchor, right? So you have 4 anchors. So 1 2 3 4. Those are the holes for the anchor. Okay, so the anchor pattern, you just leave it in continuous, and if it is a patterned, you know, you can just put it in pattern then or continuous. Then the size, the diameter, the last thing here is M16, but if you don't know which one to choose, you can just click on this this question mark, then it will tell you that okay, whichever one you choose. If you pick M6, that is the diameter, that tells you that okay, it is 6 mm. Okay, then what will now be the diameter of the hole? The diameter of the hole will be 8 mm. Okay, and the length of the anchor bolt will be 25 mm. Okay, then the screwing length will be just be 10 mm. Then the maximum tensile will be 1, and then the maximum tightening torque will be 5. Okay, so depending on the diameter you want to choose. So if you choose let's say M12, which is 12 mm, the hole will be 15 mm. So let me choose M12. Okay, so it just depends on you. So let me pick M12, right? And then you can see automatically this one will change. You don't need to edit this one, it will change on its own. Okay, so just leave that. So when you are done with that, then you just need to come to design and detailing. Okay, so loading class, you can see this is loading class 4. You may be wondering what is loading class 4. Come to the question mark, it will tell you. Okay, so you can see loading class 1, the load you are applying is 0.75. For 2, this is the load you are applying. For 3, this is the load you are applying. And what does 1 and 2 means? For 1 and 2, it means that no material loading, only tools can be stored. All right, so it is only tools that can be stored. For 2, you can see for load case 3, it is a lightweight material, can be temporarily stored. Okay, for 4 and 5, you have heavyweight material can be stored. Okay, e.g. mastering work. You know, when you are using this for mastering work, then you have to use 4 or you use 5. Okay, then what about 6? This is very heavyweight material can be stored, e.g. very natural stones. So you can pick 4 or you pick 5. All right, so let me pick 5. So that is when you know the kind of class you are using. So let me use 5, and automatically this will fix itself. It will fix itself. Okay, then the scaffolding covering, the covering on the scaffolding, do you have covering covered with net? Is it covered with net or is it covered with plates? But basically we don't cover it, so just use no covering. It depends on you. Okay, so you just click on start analysis. So wait for it to complete the analysis. Okay, so now that the analysis have been done, you can see analysis results are up to date. Okay, so what you just need to do is click on if you want to export this to SAP 2000, you can do that. Okay, so you can check your design report when you come here, you know, just check your design report. So you can check your design reports, check all the load combinations and everything. Okay, so you take that away. So you just need to check your detailed drawing. So click on detailed drawing and then you drop it here or anywhere, you know. So you can see the detailed drawing. It will draw for you and show you everything. Okay, So now you can see the several views and everything. Okay, so this is basically the front view. The sections you chose, it will be there. Okay, so you can see, so these are the sections I chose. You can see this is pipe. You can see B8, that is the bracing. B stand for bracing. Okay, so that is the 8 bracing, that is B8. And then you can see this is P4, that is, sorry, this is P42.4, that is pipe 42.4 by 2. Okay, so you can see this is brace 7. So that is basically how you go about that. All right, so you can just check, you can see everything is here. So this is your what view is it? You can see this is front view, and the scale is 1/50. Okay, so you can see this is your back view. And then what about this? This is your story plan. This is the plan of the story. Okay, and then what about this? This is your foundation plan. All right, you can see this is the boat, and then this is where it is standing. All right, so this is a quantity table. All right, and then you have some drawings for your platform. You can see the width of your platform, I think we choose 450, and then the length, that will be the total length, right? So you can see the connections you have there. So you can not just check it, you can see the connections of the, you can see the details of the connections. All right, so that is basically how you design a scaffold. Okay, so that is how you design a scaffold. You can see your anchor detail. You know, we use a anchor, so you can use the anchor detail. So this is the steel plug, which is M12. Okay, so this is the detail. Just check through and then you see everything. So this is basically how you design a scaffold in ProtaDetails. So it doesn't matter the version you are using, 2021, 2018 or 2019, it is still the same process. Okay, so if you like this video, don't hesitate to like, and then make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that is very important to me. You can as well click the bell icon to receive notifications whenever I post a new video. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for always coming.